But we got, do you still miss Zach, though?
You know what? How weird is it? Walk in, 2 new guys. That's how long we've been here, where we're weeding through the guys. Remember there was a Jesse? He's gone.
Jesse's out.
Zach's gone. And now we got 2 new guys.
But they're active in the community, though.
You know what? I asked how they're doing. Jeff has no idea. They're both dead. Apparently they're dead.
They went to go buy a leopard couch.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff, say a quick hi, because something new's going on here in the sound world.
Hey, it's Jeff from Alchemy Studios, and I'm here with 2 of our new recording students, Caleb.
Hello.
And Derrick.
Hello.
Nice.
I
like it.
Finally, Jeff, you gave yourself a microphone. I mean, it's your studio after all.
Exactly. Really, at the end of the day, it's always been there.
You can talk to me after the show, and we'll decide how wise a decision it was then.
That's actually a really good point.
We'll let you know. Yeah, we'll see how the week goes. But we've got two new students. And guys, just so you know, like we mentioned before, we're the final test.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one where it consists of a loofah, a shower, and some electronics. It's a weird process, guys. But
and maybe a little imagination.
You know what? I'm not liking this microphone thing as much as I thought I would.
You know what? We were just kidding, no.
Well, welcome to podcast number 22 of Real Locker Room Talk.
Wow, double digits.
Double digits. We've hit the 2-2.
The last time I had this kind of double trouble, I was in Japan.
I think it's still legal there. I'm pretty sure what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? You came quickly. You walked into the studio. I never even got a chance to say hello.
Usually we have a coffee.
Something.
We have a few Timbits.
How are you?
Eat. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right, buddy.
I left a little bit late. I had a scare, though, because I park at the train, right, when I do take the car.
Okay.
I park at the train, and so when I was going, I didn't see it, and I just mixed up the parking spots. I'm like, oh my God, I got towed. I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do.
It's the worst feeling in the world, isn't it?
My heart sunk. It just sunk. I'm like, I don't know what we're going to do.
So here's a quick story for you. Last week, after this podcast, I went home.
Yeah.
Somehow I locked my keys inside my truck. It's snowing like crazy outside. Thank God my cousin is a tow truck driver, but he wouldn't answer his phone. So I don't want to talk about it.
Hold on. No. We are going to talk about it. So in the last month alone, or you just 30 days, because this is stretched into now 2 months, you have successfully ran out of gas on the highway.
On Deerfoot.
Or on Deerfoot, yeah. Okay? Someone cut your brakes.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. And now you locked your keys in the car.
Yeah, that's pretty much of the rundown of my success with driving lately.
You suck.
Man, I don't know. Somebody's out for me. That's all I know.
Yeah, but hey, it comes in threes, right? So you're done.
So I'm done, right?
Yeah, it's over.
I'm finished.
Yeah.
You know who's not done? He's still winning championships, still winning everything? Kobe Bryant.
Who is this guy? The 8, the 24, and the Kobe Bryant. He's his own holy trinity.
And now an Oscar.
And now an Oscar winner. I loved every part of it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So see, now on our 64 GOAT list, the argument is there now. This guy, is he maybe the best dual athlete of all time now? You got Bo Jackson, who did 2 professional sports.
Right.
But now here's a guy who was arguably one of the best in his own sport.
Yeah.
And now he's crossed over into the movie industry?
I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. So, you know what? Michael Jordan never won an Oscar for Space Jam.
No, he did not.
So, the way I look at it, Kobe's one up on Jordan now.
Yeah, that's...
So, LeBron's got to come out and win an Oscar and an Emmy or something. I don't know what he's got to do.
LeBron needs Best Actor of the Year award, and the Academy Award goes to LeBron James for his portrayal of a Siberian monk. I don't know.
But I got one. But you know what he might win at? Actually, I think I saw him perform this weekend. I pulled up that Deontay Wilder fight and that Ortiz fight.
Deontay,
pardon me.
Yeah.
I pull it up, I watch that fight, and that dude looks exactly like LeBron, and the Ortiz guy looks like Big Papi.
Who's an Ortiz as well.
So I was very confused. I thought it was celebrity boxing. I didn't know what was going on at first.
You brought this up. I think they're the same guy.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Do you think so? Maybe LeBron. Oh man, and Wilder's the WBC heavyweight champ of the world. Is LeBron the baddest man on the planet?
I think he may be. Now, did you watch the fight?
Okay, yes, I did. Absolutely. So this was a really big fight.
It was.
Just to kind of paint the landscape in the boxing world, there are two really, really big heavyweights out there. One is Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
He's from the United Kingdom. And the other one is this American, Deontay Wilder. Now, the thing is they're going to fight. They're going to meet. Everyone's just kind of got to beat their own person. Now Joshua's got to beat this gentleman by the name of Parker, who is going to be, even if he beats him easily, he is a contender, right? Is he elite like these guys? No, but you never know, because this Parker guy is a tough guy. However, the implication here is you have the international lineal champion, and that is in Anthony Joshua. He's got all the other belts after beating Klitschko. So you have the British guy versus the American guy. Now, this fight, this Ortiz guy, the Cuban guy, everyone was dodging him in the heavyweight division. No one really likes to fight him because he hits hard.
He's actually, I said he looks like Ortiz. Kind of reminded me of a shorter George Foreman, too.
Yeah, actually,
thick,
when Foreman came back, look, it was a great fight. If you guys want to watch it, I would say start from, there was a little bit of early action, but round 7 and up. Wilder was in trouble. Ortiz hit him, and he was maybe 30 seconds from going down.
He had it, man. I watched that whole fight. That was a Rocky movie. He was winning. Ortiz had it, man. He had it. Ortiz had it. He was on his way. Everyone was chanting.
Yep.
And Wilder pulled it off at the end. He did what a champion does. Found dug deep and smashed his face and put him on the ground. Back to that real quick.
Yeah.
How bad was the intros? They gotta fix the introductions. Like Little Kim came out for Wilder, and that was horrible.
Yeah.
I think I can rap better than her. I'm telling you, it was horrible. Hey,
we got to hold back a guy.
And she's got
we got an introduction guy. Yeah, I know. Yeah. We're actually better looking than Little Kim. And you know it. And that might be the only compliment I give you on your looks ever.
Well, thank you so much.
But it's true.
So we got a lot to talk about this week. It's exciting because 2 segments.
Yeah.
Manga versus Malaka was a big hit last week.
Huge
I got a lot of calls on it last week, and people are loving it. So we're going to do that again at the end.
Okay.
But we have a new one. And that one is called.
Yes.
How do you want to give that? I've been looking for a title all day. What do you want to call it?
Let me introduce it. I want to bring my volume down a little bit. Get a little, I want to get in the mode, everyone.
All right, go ahead.
We're introducing a new segment called Real Stories from Dirty Locker 19. That's right, everyone. Where the stories are true, but the names will not be said.
It's true. It's true. We all know. We go to the locker room, you talk with your buddies, and somebody's kind of giving you insight into what's going on. So we thought
you hear a little.
It's time we reveal some things.
Yeah, people need to know. And just so you know, locker room roster, you can always present us, private message us with the story. We'll never say the name.
Never.
And if you don't want to say the name, you say the story. But Mitch, check this out.
Gotcha.
Rumor has it,
right?
And so I heard,
right?
There's this guy who's dating this girl,
okay,
and the girl's dating the guy,
right?
And they're all living a good little happy life.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right. Things seem great.
Right.
Things seem good.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, through the mill that I call the El Rumor, I actually don't call it that, but apparently there's speculation through a person who knows a person who knows a person that one of the parties, I won't say if it's the man or the woman, disappears from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Just
disappears like what? Like
goes
can't
out.
Find them?
Yeah, goes out. It's kind of MIA for a night.
For a night?
Yeah, just not coming home.
Oh, okay.
Not coming home.
All right. So what exactly is the situation?
And the speculation is maybe that person is working the streets, if you know what I'm saying. Dirty Locker 19.
Let me get this straight. You heard through a situation that somebody's dating somebody that works on the streets?
I'm just saying the rumor's there. Now,
wow.
It's true because that's how I heard it.
Wow.
So is it really true? I don't know. But that's how I heard it.
Wow.
Again, that's...
So do you have any advice for this person then? I guess let's start there. You give your piece, I'll give my piece.
Knowing what I know?
Yeah.
Knowing what I know?
Okay.
I'd have to say that my advice would be that clearly the one person's got to find out.
Now, how do you find out? Like, do you follow them?
Well, this brings us into another code issue,
right,
Mitch. Let's just say I definitively find out what I think I really know.
Okay.
Is it up to a guy like me or a person who told a guy like me to tell that person
that's
the affiliation? What do you do there?
If you know for sure, you got to drop the bomb, yeah. You got to drop it.
Yeah.
You got no choice. That or at least find out find out for sure, if you know what I mean.
Let's hear your thoughts, Locker Room Roster.
Yeah.
Post them if you
will. Tell us,
do
you rat out the person's partner or do you...
Again, these are real stories.
These are real stories.
From the Dirty Locker.
I have a feeling you might be shot next week. Do you think that the person knows what you're talking about? Or are they that naive to this situation?
No, there's no way, because this person's not even in my circle.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest with you. It's like I said, it's through someone... Someone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? The world has changed. The world has changed. I'm getting older, and this is becoming crazier.
What a dirty locker.
What a dirty locker.
Keep it closed.
Horrible. Also this week, that's one of the segments we're going to be starting to do, like each and maybe not every week, but every couple of weeks. We're going to definitely hit that up. The list of 64 has almost been finalized. There's a question we're going to bring up to you guys in a few seconds about the last of the 64. We have one person that is literally on the teeter-totter. We're not sure, and you're going to be really surprised when we bring up who it is and why they may not make the top 64. I have a feeling we're going to cause some roughage on this one.
Ripples, really if you will.
Yes, absolutely. But going into it, Macro Media, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And boys, get to know this part because Jeff's going to cue the music. Macro Mind Media Metrics of the Week.
Macro Mind.
Mind Media. Mitch, God bless this Macro Mind Media crew.
Love these guys.
You know, and if go to www.macromindmedia.com, check out the portfolio. If you're looking for a website, if you're looking for just some tools to get ahead in life because it's working. Do you want to know what's happening?
I'd love to know.
Would you believe that last week we had the highest downloaded episode, highest downloaded week of all time at Real Locker Room Talk?
Is that because of Tasso?
Part and parcel with Macromind Media. Over 200 downloads last week.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great.
Huge.
That's awesome.
Now, Mitch, if I were to tell you that because of our stance on issues, of defending people that don't have a voice to defend themselves, would you believe that maybe a country or a federation out there in the world took notice and said, we need to listen to Real Locker Room Talk?
I would completely believe you.
Well, let's just say that we have the Olympic athletes of Russia, or we refuse to name them that.
That's right.
The Russian Federation is downloading Real Locker Room Talk.
Well, thank you, Russian Federation.
That's right. Spasiba.
Yeah. We got your back. We knew you guys were winners.
Injustices. Look.
Any country that takes PEDs to curl, you got my vote as an awesome country. That's it.
Anything to get ahead.
Anything.
What have we done for people? Daniel LaRusso.
Yeah,
you know, that shameful guy, right? For Johnny. New movie coming out. We talk about it.
Gout.
I mean, statistically, it's got to be on the decline.
You don't have it anymore. Look at that. Can you hear that?
Can you hear those feeds?
We've solved gout.
We've solved gout, okay?
In the shoulder, gout in the foot, gout in the knee. You name it, we solved it.
I'm going to windmill dunk everywhere.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. And
There's no limits. There's no limits.
Sticking up for people who don't defend themselves.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. You know what? I also noticed that we had some Instagram followers, some Twitter followers, some really good impressions, people jumping in there, checking it out. So we are getting like a lot of traction. And so thank you to everyone out there.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's been fantastic. Yeah, we really appreciate that because everyone does take the time to, to listen and to give us a chance and even spread the word. So we do appreciate that, guys.
Yes, absolutely. So this week we said to ourselves, we are talking, me and Dimitri did talk earlier this week, and we talked about how the top 64 is basically formalized. However, while we were formalizing, guys, we went on the opposite end. Now, we had a podcast a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, where we said, what was the biggest blunder in sports, right?
Right.
And then we started looking at our top 64, and we're like, hey, you know what? Why don't we do a segment called the Woulda, Shoulda, Couldas? The guys that shoulda did something, the guys that woulda did something, and Coulda did something and didn't. So we
got
that's going to be the segments section. But like normal and like usual, we want to start off with a little bit of banter. We want to joke around. We want to have some fun.
Yep.
But we want to talk about what the rumors are out there and what's going on in the sports world. So today, heard a crazy rumor. Case Keenum going to the Vikings. He wants 3 years, $90 million. But of that $90 million, he wants it all guaranteed. So my question to you is this. A, does he deserve it? B, let's say that it is a rumor. Does that hurt his chances of getting hooked up with anyone else?
Holy smokes.
And it's a 3-year contract. In 3 years, he'll be 32. He wants to go out to the free agency again.
I don't think he deserves it, personally. I think what happened in that game against Philadelphia, when the pressure was on, he had no answer. I truly believe that the Minnesota Vikings, I mean, oddly enough, they got demolished, but the defense was more to their credit than was Case Keenum. I think Case Keenum played well. I think he did a good job being there. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but a 3-year, $90 million contract at the beginning, I don't think he deserves it. If he gets paid, good for him.
Yeah.
But I don't believe he deserves it. And all guaranteed, like, he didn't even, I mean, really, what did he... I'm just trying to think what more he accomplished. I mean, when Teddy Bridgewater was the quarterback, they lost because of a missed field goal. He could have very well done the same thing.
But aren't you the one that always tells me and yells at me? Like a couple weeks ago, I said Garoppolo got way too much money, and you're like, "Well, he's guiding you." If he wants to, this is what's I know what you said, but what I'm saying to you is 3 years, $90 million. In that same podcast, I said Garoppolo's got 5 years, 132 or something like that.
Yeah.
And now in that same podcast, I said, what's Rodgers going to get? What's Case going to get? Now here it comes. 3 years, 90. If he gets this, I can't even imagine what Rodgers will get. I can't even imagine what Brady might get again.
They'll get a lifetime supply of Kraft dinner.
It's
and
so
$50
crazy.
million.
This is getting out of hand. 90 guaranteed.
If he gets it, I have no problem if he gets it. See, unlike you, I don't resent people who make money. That's a difference. But you get so angry when people are...
You've changed. This new job has changed you. I'm telling you. It's made you very, very unaware of the situation. 3 years, 90 guaranteed. If I'm him, I get this contract.
Hold on.
I pull the snap and I just fall on the ground.
This could be a potential client, Mitch. Maybe take it easy for a second.
I knew that there was a back end on this. I knew it. I knew there was a reason you were going with it.
I mean, if he wants to demand that, fine. Is he worth it? No, I don't consider him to be. Okay, is he? Compare him to Garoppolo then. Who do you like? Who's a better quarterback?
Both of them are ridiculous. Both of these contracts are absolutely ridiculous right now.
I didn't ask the contracts. I said player for player. Who's better? Who do you have on your team?
I'll tell you right now. I guess on a bigger sample size, I'd go with Case. He's been in the NFL longer. Buddy, listen, I know Garoppolo's technically should be better.
Look at you.
But he's 7 games in, man. What does that mean? What is 7 games going to do for you? I don't understand.
What about what he did with the Patriots? That's the system.
That's the system. You set me up. Yeah, that's right. It was the system. You know it was the system. Listen, now let's go back to it. What if this is just a rumor? What if this just kind of came out? Maybe his agent throws it out there. This, I think, hurts him. This kind of contract is so ridiculous that if he didn't ask for it, and now other teams are going, what? 90 guaranteed.
Yeah,
Who is this guy?
Forget about it.
He's not going to go. He's going to end up with the Stampeders by the end of the week. This is what's going to happen.
Case Keenum and Johnny Manziel. No way. XFL. That's where he's got it. Stick it out for 3 years, Case.
You'll be in there. It was amazing.
I guess there's a case to be said for that.
Oh, God. Why? Why do you do the dad jokes? I don't understand why you keep doing them. All right, sticking with a small NFL tidbit. I don't want to play too much in it since it's already over. But the NFL Combine was this week, and people love this stuff. Like I hate to admit it, I am a sucker for it as well.
You love the Combine?
I love it, but I don't. And I guess to my question is, this is what I want to talk about. Shaquem Griffin. Mm-hmm. He was a safety linebacker over at the University of Central Florida. They went undefeated. They're self-proclaiming themselves the national champions, by the way. I don't know if you know this. But this gentleman had an amazing combine. So you're saying to yourself, okay, Mitch, who cares? This guy's missing a hand. He's missing his left hand.
Prosthetic hand.
So during the bench press, the guy did 22 reps at 225 pounds one of the higher rep totals of the week. He had the fastest time for a linebacker, and he had some great times in some other events that they had him doing. Because he's missing his left hand, a lot of people are saying that he's probably not. Originally, he just got the invite to the combine, so he wasn't even invited prior to like about a week ago.
Right.
He comes to the combine, rips it up. He's missing his left hand though, guys. So my question is, because of his results of the combine were so outrageous and amazing, will he go top, maybe top rounds? Will he not get drafted? Is the combine kind of just a false impression of what's going on forward?
Yeah, that's it. That's a great question. Because my thing on the combine is that I never invested as much stock into it as, I don't know if maybe as the media portrays it. I think it's cool to watch, right? Like it's nice watching them do the drills. You put it on. I was watching it for a bit as well. I missed watching it live with Shaquem Griffin, but I did see it after, and that was really nice to watch. It's really nice to watch. I don't know. I don't think the combine is really for the top tier players, in my opinion. I think it's really for the late draft, where everyone's looking at just a few things here and there, see if you can sneak one more. The one that I love watching is anytime with the receivers. I love watching the receivers at the combine when they have to do drills, catching the ball and moving.
So do you think the combine helps you or doesn't help the players in any way? Would it help the player or doesn't help? In Griffin's case here, do you think it helps his stock? Because of the notoriety through social media, that's one side. But did his stats, do you think it'll get him a good position in getting drafted?
I definitely think it helped him. Is it going to be in a top position? I'm of the opinion no. I don't think it'll help him that much. But I do think that he will be
Is it because he's missing his hand? Are you being...
No, I don't think it's because he's missing his hand. I just think that before the combine, they already have their goals of what they want to achieve, positions and drafts, and it's more of an affirmation. So this guy will probably get a bit of a bump. I don't really see, because no one really gets a huge bump,
right?
Unless someone runs the 40 like that one kid did there. That one running back. The name's blanking out on me, but anyways, he
Barkley.
Thank you. Yeah, he annihilated. And actually, I don't know, is he even a running back?
Oh, yeah, he's a running back.
Yeah, he is, yeah. And he annihilated everyone. I thought that was neat. So.
I'm going to be honest. Here's my two takes on it. I think what he did was unreal. Like, the fact that he plays NCAA football and played it at a high level and is amazing, more props to the guy. After going through the woulda, shoulda, coulda list and seeing guys that had both their hands, with all due respect, and are physical specimens in their own right, I hope this kid proves me wrong. I think his stock is going to stay where it is. I think his stock this week rose a little bit, but I don't think his position and where he's going to get drafted is going to change.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're talking about a game where you need your hands. You need your hands to make tackles. You need your hands to intercept the ball. You need your hands to do a whole variety of different things.
Yeah, because you said he plays linebacker, right?
He's going to be DB, safety, linebacker, a whole bunch of stuff.
It's going to be tough. And if he was if he was a defensive lineman, right, it'd be a different story.
Possibly, I mean,
right? Or even on the O-line a little bit, right?
Even Jean-Pierre proved you don't need all your fingers, and he had a great year this year after he blew up his hand with a fireworks.
Yeah, exactly. You walk around with the club.
It's just, I think in the particular position this kid wants to play, I don't think it's going to move. It's a good story. I just, at the end of the day, this sport, you need your hands, and I don't want to sound like rude or kind of harsh on the kid, but at the end of the day, could you look at what happened at the end of that Saints game, right? Like, here's a guy that should have made a tackle easily. You know what I mean? What would happen if Griffin was the guy that went to go wrap him, he couldn't wrap him?
Yeah, but Griffin's missing his arm. This guy was missing his brain and eyes.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was different. He needed other things, right?
Yeah,
I think we're of the same opinion.
I think so too. But here's a crazy little thing I heard as well, that Orlando Brown, offensive lineman for the University of Oklahoma, this kid was highly touted. It came in. He decided to go into the combine. He didn't really need to. They said he was going to be probably top 15 pick.
Right.
He had such a bad combine. They're saying he probably may not get drafted now.
Yeah.
He may lose $15 to $20 million because he forgot to work out.
So that's my thing, and that's what I was going to get into. Overall, I think the combine hurts these kids more than it helps them, because often and not they underperform.
Yeah.
Right, and they're like, oh, whoa, that
But I think there's something to it at the same time. Like, a couple years ago, actually the Flames ended up getting him, right? Sam Bennett, he was supposed to be the number 1 draft pick in the NHL, couldn't do a chin-up. Apparently that was a big deal for hockey for some reason because they do so many chin-ups in hockey. But he went from number 1 and the Flames ended up getting him, 4th or 5th or something like that, right?
Yeah,
And to be honest, has he really ripped it up here? Not really. So at the end of the day, I think these combine things are maybe not, I know they're very physical, but maybe there's something more to it from the other side of it showing, are these guys working out? Are they doing their thing? Are they, staying on top of it? And in Orlando Brown's case, imagine right now going, I can't believe I just lost $15 million because I didn't go to the gym.
Well, there's a life lesson in the sense that just because you're promised something doesn't mean that it's going to fall through.
Follow through. They get a little cocky there. See, that's where their education. Orlando, I hope you went to class, buddy. I hope you took all 4 years and you finished your degree.
And I hope that it would be great if he got paid, and then that way, if he couldn't rely on that $15 million missed opportunity,
I can't
he
wait.
Could invest.
I can't wait for next week. So next week, everyone, it's our NCAA preview. We have NCAA March Madness analysts here. It's going to be amazing. And we are going to talk about it with these guys that follow it religiously.
Absolutely,
and I can't wait to hear their take on it because I am sick and tired of the garbage you're spewing.
Mitch, it's unbelievable how jealous you get. Just pay the kids the money.
Why do they deserve the money? Why?
So let me get this straight. God willing, one day you have many kids. I hope God blesses you with beautiful children and they're going to college and you don't want them to get paid?
No.
Did you watch Jalen Rose, by the way, on
I
First
sure
Take
did.
the other day?
I sure did.
Now that's a guy that I can respect.
You know why he's mad?
Behind.
Because his team called a timeout when they didn't have one and they didn't win their NCAA
That's
tournament.
beside the point.
No, that's why he's mad.
He's lucky he's on ESPN.
These guys don't seem to understand how lucky they are.
Me and Travis,
they don't get it.
Me and Travis
you
bash
and Travis
you every
can talk
3 days.
anytime you guys want. When you two decide to have an intellectual conversation with me, bring it.
We have a lot of intellectual conversations.
Anytime you guys want to talk about it, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Travis gets people's names right.
Oh. Well,
I'm surprised I'm surprised you didn't say Shaquem Griffin and Shaquille O'Neal.
Actually, it's funny. Yesterday, I actually spelled O'Neal on this thing. Yeah. It's funny. But going back, you know what? Stop changing the subject. No, change the subject.
You're such an old man.
No.
Hey, you know that Devontae Wilder.
Buddy, why did they deserve any money? Why? They haven't done anything. They're playing in the...
I do not want to waste more minutes. Next week. Hold it for next week.
Save your energy. Yeah, you save your energy. Get ready. That's right.
Get me fired up right now.
Oh, I'm excited.
See, boys.
Look,
hold on. We got to tell the boys.
I don't want Caleb and Derrick to think that we always
Derrick,
fight.
I'm just saying, I like you guys, but Jeff always gives us a ding, ding, ding when that happens.
Where was the ding?
-1.
It's a little late.
It's a little but that's
that's what was happening. Yeah. So next week when you see us going at it, hit the ding.
Hit the ding. You guys want to be like Jeff, don't you?
When I grow up, I want to be like Jeff. Exactly.
I do.
Actually, he's got a nice. Did you see his truck outside?
No, you got the new truck.
It's nice. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got a new baby.
I love it.
So here we go. Here's the conversation I want to put out to the roster. I brought it up to Dimitri. So we have the list of 64 ready to go. However, we're at number 63. There is one person that we are thinking about taking off the list, and we need your help to see, do we keep him on the list or do we take him off? The name is Tiger Woods. The reason we're thinking about taking him off the list is very simple. So for those that don't know, for the Russian Federation that just recently started downloading us, we have created a list of 64. The 64 greatest players players of all time.
Yep.
The greatest of any industry.
The greatest 64 next to the Nintendo.
Next to the Nintendo. And we brought them in, and we're going to do it like March Madness. We're making brackets. We're putting them all together, and they're going to play each other.
It's going to be awesome.
And it's going to be amazing. And we're down to the 63rd person. We've weeded out quite a few people, and we're down to Tiger Woods. Normally, that would be an easy, all day long, of course he's in.
Alex might come from Philadelphia right now to knock your teeth out.
I know. I'm a little worried about it, but I want Alex to hear this.
Guy.
I know, but I want Alex to hear this, and that's where it all started. It started with Alex saying Tiger Woods is his guy, and I said to myself, absolutely. I even said on the podcast, it's a no-brainer.
Sure.
But then as we were going through the list, I said to myself, wait a minute. Tiger Woods, with all due respect, crushed it during his tenure, during his time, but he's still playing. And since his incident, and I don't care about what he did. That means nothing to me, okay? Cheated, did whatever, did some drugs. I don't care.
Right.
But since he came back, he's been useless. He has not done anything. He has not come in top 10. He's not in the top 10 in even money making, nothing. He's really falling off the list. Now, if I have to use an example, let's use Michael Jordan. Here's a guy that won a couple of championships, like Tiger won his championship.
Sure.
Michael said, you know what? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go try some baseball. He left. He came back. Within 45, 50 games, less than a season, Michael was back in form, wins more championships. Since Tiger's incidents, he's come back and nothing. So when we talk about the greatest of all time, you got to carry that through.
I like where you're going with this, and I think you actually have somewhat of a valid point.
Finally.
However,
oh, I knew this was going to happen.
The list is going to get voted on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I think this is a 50-50 argument. This is my take on it.
Yeah.
It's a 50-50 thing where I think some people are actually going to agree with you and say, yeah, that's a good point. What's the point of him being on the list if he's not even crushing it in his respective sport? How would he be better than Jack Nicklaus, let's say?
Exactly.
Right? However, there are some people that will...
He's on the list.
Yeah. Yes, he is. But there are some people that would argue that Tiger Woods is even still better than him, contrary to this. So,
well, that's what.
So for voting, I think we got to put him on the list.
But I'm asking you straight to your face right now: in or out? If you had to choose, it's not up to you. It's not up to me. We're leaving this to the roster to decide.
He's in.
You think he's in?
I think he's in.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I think he's in.
But how do you justify it though? Give me a reason.
There are arguments. There is an argument to be made there that what he did in his prime,
right,
is better than what anyone else ever did in their prime.
But then you're changing the whole element of what we're doing. The greatest of all time means forever. In his prime, I think the list all of a sudden would double.
I personally think he is arguably the greatest of all time. I think the achievement-wise, he's done more than any other golfer in the history because he was amazing in there, and not only that, he made golf sexy again, man. Everyone wanted.
That's one of the main
golf.
reasons. I'm not joking you. If there's a reason I want to keep him on the list, it's because he revolutionized the game. It's not because he. And granted, I looked at his stats yesterday. They're amazing. But since he came back, they've been so bad that I can't not look at that either.
I say we put it to a quick vote.
We do. Well, that's the whole idea.
That's it. We'll put that to a vote before the big vote.
Before the big vote.
Tiger in, yes or no?
Yeah, that's the big vote. And
that's
then
the big. I like. Okay,
he's just not getting laid anymore. If he was getting laid like before, you know.
Absolutely, Jeff. I've said it for years. If he goes back to banging Perkin waitresses, I think this guy all of a sudden becomes the greatest golfer of all time again.
But Jeff, you're right. Jeff, you're right. He should be getting his old swing coaches, his old caddies, get the strippers. Man, he should have come to me to the convention in Vegas. Tiger, call me up, man.
Are you sure he wasn't there? Do you think he was?
Stories from Dirty Locker 19. No.
There was a guy that looked exactly like Tiger.
Let's just call him T. Woods. Actually, I want to hide his identity. We'll go Tiger W.
Yeah, his name was Lion Steel.
So now we know what Mitch's porno name would be.
That's actually a pretty good one, I think.
Yeah, we should do one of those things. We got to find, pick your birth month and whatever.
All right, so roster, this is up to you guys now. We're leaving it to you. We have one position open. It's literally Tiger's to take. If he doesn't, there is somebody sitting on the bench ready to come on.
That's right.
However, we need to know, does Tiger make the cut? You know what? I want to quickly hear from Derrick and Caleb. Do you guys quickly think, does Tiger deserve it? A yes or a no?
He's a legend. He deserves it. He's a legend. He will forever be a legend.
Caleb, you're fired. Derrick?
No.
That's my boy, Derrick. That's my boy.
Caleb, you're in.
Damn it, we're down to 50-50 again.
Real locker room talk with Caleb and Derrick.
We can't figure this out. It's down the middle, man. It's down the middle.
Okay, we'll put it to a vote.
Fair enough. Well,
Mitch, would've, could've, should've.
Let's do it.
Guys in sports, in history, that whether it was from injury, whether it was from, really any other factor, something happened where they were just on pace, on destiny to be the greatest, arguably, of their generation, of the era, of all time, but didn't do it.
Right.
We want to talk about these people.
There's a lot.
There is a lot.
There is a
actually.
lot. Like, you know, I have to admit, I had to Google a little bit just to see, like, to refresh my memory.
Well, I think
once you started
does.
doing it, holy cow, you're like, oh yeah, yeah.
You're like, what about that guy?
It's crazy. And
It is.
like, before we get into some of these names, what do you think the main reason was? Like, I was looking at a lot of these names, and you know what I came up with? That the spotlight killed him. I think it was the spotlight.
It's the spotlight. It's the extracurricular life, and then a little bit injury.
All right.
Yeah, and a little bit injury.
Who's your number one? Who did you come up with?
Ooh, I got it's weird. I actually have a few number ones.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, there's no actual ranking.
I'm gonna go with the first one. And although he's regarded as one of the greatest of all time already,
right?
But Bobby Orr.
Bobby Orr
in the NHL.
Oh.
Now, here's my reasoning behind the
give me that one. I don't know.
Because had his knee held up and he never had all those injuries, what more would we have got from him?
That's a good point.
Right? What more? So we look at Gretzky as the greatest of all time, and deservingly so. I mean, you know, what he did. But imagine if Bobby Orr had a full career as a defenseman. And I think that was one of them for me.
Bobby Orr was like that hybrid. He was like the first ever defenseman,
Niedermeyer.
or Carlson, kind of in a weird way, right? Like he was the first. But that's a good one. You know what? I'm going to give you some props. For once, I'm going to compliment you. Outside of saying you have nice hair, that was a good pick. I like that. I never even thought of that.
Now we know this hair isn't a woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Well, no,
it's the greatest of all time. My hair should be on the list.
Well, the one that jumps onto my list right off the bat, and as a Packer fan, I got to go with. In our 1989 draft, we had the second pick overall, and we went with an offensive lineman named Tony Mandrich. This guy was, like, from a physicality point of view, it was everything you could dream of. If you're playing Madden, you're creating this guy, all right? This guy's literally like 6'7", 330 pounds. He's a machine, everything. We draft this guy. The guy's roiding up like crazy. He becomes a disaster. And the worst part about it, it's the names after that were drafted. Derrick Thomas, unreal. Deion Sanders, unreal. Barry Sanders. The Green Bay Packers literally had these three guys that they could have taken before this guy. And when I saw those names, I was like, wow, what could have been? What could have been? Tony Mandrich, you son of a bitch.
We're going to trade him straight up for Ryan Leaf. No, that's a good one. Okay, I got another one. I want to get these two off the bat because they played for the same organization.
All right.
Another woulda, coulda, shoulda for me was Cam Neely, and again, due to injury. Big power forward, revolutionized the position. A little, you know, he was a little before his time.
Right.
And yeah, same. You know, what's with the lower body in the Boston Bruins organization?
Bad ice.
Bad ice.
Bad ice.
Yeah, Boston.
It's Boston.
It's Boston. They got bad ice.
They got bad ice.
But yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda for me. Right, I would have liked to see
really,
a whole career. Yeah.
Well, another guy that comes to mind right off the bat is a guy that was drafted number 1 overall in the NBA. Kwame Brown. Jordan handpicked this guy. Michael Jordan goes, this guy is unreal. His reasoning behind it, not so much because he came straight out of high school. Remember, the kid didn't go to college. I'm sure he regrets that now, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he really regrets it because he doesn't have his photography degree.
You know what? He was handpicked by Jordan. He was handpicked by Jordan because they played a little one-on-one, and Jordan thought this guy was unreal. This kid ended up playing 12 years in the NBA, so, you know, good on him. But the kid only averaged 6 points a game. At the end of the day, Kwame Brown, I do remember this. He was supposed to be like everyone was so excited about this kid, and wow, fizzled out like crazy. Nothing there. Done.
Kwame Brown. Hey.
Kwame Brown.
I got a good one here for you.
I know which one you're going to go for.
How do you know?
I know.
What sport?
It's NFL.
No.
Oh.
No. I'm switching it up.
All right, go ahead.
Mike Tyson.
Tyson.
Yeah.
I had him on the list, believe it or not.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. And he, you know, in my opinion, I mean, he had the pace to be the best heavyweight of all time.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson did, yeah. Now that fight he lost against Buster Douglas, he talks about it. He didn't even train. He thought he was invincible. He was banging girls like crazy. He was doing drugs like crazy. He was just go. And then, of course, Don King, you have a manipulator on that side. And he just was never the same. And then with Robin Givens, going to jail, we talked about the extracurricular fame and spotlight caught up to this guy and just destroyed him. Because I'm of the opinion, when you talk about the Ali Mike Tyson debate, I think prime for prime. I'm telling you, I'm with Mike Tyson knocking that guy out.
You have been punched in the face, huh?
What are you talking about?
You think Mike Tyson would have beat Muhammad Ali?
Absolutely.
He couldn't beat Evander Holyfield.
Absolutely. Different set of circumstances with Holyfield.
Why?
Yeah, because it was later on in his career.
Because he was eating his ear?
No, he was eating his ear because Holyfield was headbutting him illegally and the ref didn't do anything to take the points off.
That's called game plan.
Yeah, that's called bullshit is what it's called.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyson, look, the thing
You don't think Muhammad Ali would have psychologically just got in his head?
Muhammad Ali is a better boxer than Mike Tyson, no question about it, okay? However, I don't care who you are. Muhammad Ali never felt a punch like Mike Tyson. And Muhammad Ali took a lot of punches.
He never felt a punch like that.
Mike Tyson's the hardest hitting heavyweight.
I'm not a big boxing guy, but I'm pretty sure George Foreman, who's like literally double the size than Tyson, hits a lot harder than Tyson.
No way. No
way. Are you okay?
Do you see those tree trunks for legs that he has?
Wait,
Mike Tyson?
Hold on.
The center of gravity?
Look at me for a second.
I'm looking at you.
Are you okay?
No, I am okay, Spider. Are you okay?
I'm over here now. Like, seriously, you didn't fall today at work or anything, did you? Do you want me to? Do you have his emergency contact information? Maybe I gotta call his wife or something.
Out of here. That's brutal. Hey, what do you mean, dude? Muhammad Ali. I'll tell you how the fight would have gone. Muhammad Ali liked to take punishment. He would have got hit by Tyson and been like, "Oh my god!" First of all, Larry Holmes. Tyson destroyed Larry Holmes. What the heck did he do to Muhammad Ali?
Larry Holmes was like 100 years old when he fought him. 100.
So what did he do to Muhammad Ali then?
So you're proud that Mike Tyson beat up an old man? Like, I don't understand.
He was the most dominant athlete. He was the baddest man on the planet.
Listen, Tyson was tough. I'll give him all.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
There's no way he beats Muhammad Ali.
He would have hit Muhammad Ali with a hook, with an uppercut, with a right cross. He would have hit him with that arsenal. Muhammad Ali would be like, "What the hell just hit me?" I'm telling you, he could never endure the rounds.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. I guess we'll have to one day find out.
That's why he's on the list.
Fair. I'll give you the Tyson list, but we'll get into it.
We'll get into an Ali Tyson debate again. Unreal. But we're doing some homework.
All right, here's another one. There's Ryan Leaf is obviously a big one. For those that don't know, he's an NFL quarterback. He was taken. There was a big debate because of the NFL Combine, because of what was going on. Ryan Leaf, again, another guy you would have created on
another guy that Mitch thinks Mike Tyson couldn't beat. Probably. You're so stupid.
He could probably beat him. There's no way he beats Muhammad Ali.
Stupid.
Listen, Ryan Leaf is a guy that was taken second overall. First overall was the legendary Peyton Manning. He goes first, but there was huge debate who goes first, who goes second.
Well, it was close.
It was very close.
Out of the draft, right?
A lot of people are saying like that was probably the hardest decision for any GM.
The Colts could have very well taken Leaf based on the college results.
And the sad part is Ryan Leaf just had a bad attitude. He just was a bad guy. And then he ends up like doing some drugs and stuff, and then he becomes a burglar. Now, I got
selling drugs too.
Selling drugs. But when he was a burglar, this is the one thing that kind of throws me off. You're 6'6". What exactly goes through your mind when you think you can sneak into a house undetected when you're 6'6"?
See, any experienced quarterback in burglary would hand the play off to the running back.
Right.
Get a small guy.
Get a little guy.
He can run in, run out.
Unbelievable.
That's an experience.
That's when you know the drugs are pretty potent, when you think you can just sneak into a home at that size and be undetected.
I'd love to see Bill Belichick's playbook on a burglary. It would be great.
He could do it. I bet you he has one. I bet you he has one. All right, what else you got?
Okay, what else do I got here? Okay, so I'm going to stay in the fight game.
All righty.
I'm gonna do. Can I do two really quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. So there was
a free country.
There was another. You're so nice. There's another guy in boxing, and I'm only doing this as kind of an educational thing. Maybe people want to look him up because no one who doesn't know boxing really knows who this guy is. There's a guy named Salvador Sanchez.
All right.
This guy was destined to be one of the greats of all time. He was, even back in the day, I mean, in Mexico, he was just going crazy. But he was, if you look at clips of this guy boxing, he had the thing figured out. Okay. Yeah, this thing figured right out. And He died very suddenly, right, in a car accident when he was really, really young. So that was a woulda, coulda, shoulda. So the other one in today, in the UFC is John Bones Jones.
Okay, yeah, all right.
This guy, I think, is the greatest talented UFC fighter I think we've seen to date, and he's ruined it because of his, the cocaine, substance abuse, and PEDs and all that stuff.
Do you think that's the reason that the UFC keeps giving him a chance? They see such great potential out of him and everything like that.
Yeah, he's so marketable.
And he's got two brothers that are in the NFL. Could you imagine the fights they would get into in their house? What was their mom like? Hey? Like their mom, can you imagine the enforcer she was?
That would be,
or their dad. Like what was the size of his father?
Yeah, like I think they get. You know what? The UFC struggles for big time talent, right? They were spoiled. They went through that one period of time where they had so many people representing the sport, and it got big. I think they were giving him a chance because, shit, we need someone. We don't really have a marquee guy. And the other part was, I think they did feel sorry for him too, right? The UFC lets their athletes get away with a little more than other sports.
For sure.
Yeah, man, that guy could hands down be the best of all time, even while fighting right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, another guy, I like my NFL stuff, so I'll touch that one. Jamarcus Russell, if anyone remembers that name, 2007, the Raiders took him with the #1 pick out of LSU. This kid, to be honest, he was a little bit too big for a quarterback. And I'm not talking about height-wise. I'm talking about this kid was pretty big, like hefty. So it was a little weird that they took him, but he had a good combine. He could throw. His big claim to fame was that he could throw a ball from his knees 70 yards. Well, guess what, Raider fan? You guys paid him $31.5 million guaranteed money, and he's sitting somewhere with Brian Osweiler having some Galaragas right now, hanging out and laughing, saying, you know what, we're just hanging out, we're just doing our thing. And the NFL paid him nice money to just really become completely out of shape. The guy didn't do anything. Huge bust. Probably, I would say he's literally one or two with regards to biggest busts of all time when it comes to the NFL. Like, this guy was really touted to do and to revolutionize the game and change the game up. And since you did too, I'll throw one in.
Yeah,
but this one's kind of weird. I don't know what to think of this one. Tim Tebow. Is Tim Tebow a bust? Like, in a lot of ways, I don't think he was. No one ever really expected him to do anything in the NFL. He ended up actually playing. He actually ended up going first round, which no one thought he was going to do. And he wins a playoff game. So, I think this guy is not a bust. I saw it on a list and I wrote it down because I wanted to ask you. What'd you think?
About Tim Tebow?
Yeah.
He might be one of the greatest two-way athletes of our day.
Yeah,
baseball, football. You know what? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm of the opinion that, he's I don't think he was going to get extremely better, let's be honest. But man, why didn't they give him a bit of a chance? Like, how do people quit on this guy?
And don't you want this? Here's a guy. He's a physical specialist. The guy is jacked, right?
Great looking guy.
He's a marketing tool.
Well spoken.
He's a virgin.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get in trouble.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I'm thinking to myself,
footballs are the only balls he's touched. Not even his own.
That's it. Let the guy do what he wants. Like, I'm saying, give this guy a chance. Teach him how to throw. They kept saying, his mechanics are off. Well, teach him. Teach him then. He's won the Heisman 2 times. Athleticism, he's got it.
Yeah. See, so there I have a problem when people say, his mechanics are off.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you, as professional coaches and coordinators and trainers, be able to fix that problem?
Right.
Like, if he's got the athleticism and he understands the game and he's got everything else but just the mechanics.
Right.
Well, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Then you suck.
You are horrible people.
You should be able to teach that.
Absolutely, you should.
Get these people out of coaching. Maybe
that's why he went into baseball.
Yeah. You know what? I think I could coach Tebow.
You know what? The Mets are going to bring him up this year. Watch. They're going to bring him up.
I don't
know if he'll make it on starting day roster, but he'll. I think he'll be brought up eventually. And watch this guy.
In my opinion, I don't understand how no baseball team has taken him yet, regardless of his talent. He's a jersey seller.
Yeah,
people are going to come and watch him. What's anyone waiting for? Like, I've seen some of the rosters in baseball. For crying out loud, you can be like 230 pounds. with a huge ass, and you don't even have to run the first base.
It's still, you know what? It is.
I got to hit the ball. Can we get a pinch runner here? I'm tired.
Hitting a fastball is not easy. I would say and look at Joe Boo. He couldn't hit a curveball. It took him like all year long to get it.
Whoa, Mitch.
What?
Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
Don't make fun of Joe Boo.
I'm just saying.
Okay, because
it took him all season. It took him the entire movie to hit the curveball. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying, is that we're doing really good on the show. Yeah. We don't need anything bad happening. Just leave Joe Boo alone. Don't drink his rum.
Fine. Speaking of drinks, I have one last woulda, shoulda, coulda. Clear Pepsi. Why didn't it work? Why didn't you think it worked?
I loved it. I don't know. I had so many clear Pepsis, Mitch.
Yeah.
And every single time it was the same thing. I'd have a sip and I'm like, I just can't believe I'm getting the same Pepsi taste.
Right.
With a clear persona.
Yeah.
It was
crazy,
great.
right?
It was excellent.
It's too bad because I think they had something going there. I think they could have had something
Crystal
going.
Clear Pepsi still baffles me.
It's
like it tastes exactly
and
like
with things coming back now, you think, watch, they're going to bring it back. In fact, I think we might have just...
You heard it here first.
That's right. Clear Pepsi is back, baby.
Crystal Clear Pepsi. Same Pepsi taste. Crystal Clear color. Wait, that's not a color. We got to put that up.
That's good. That's the commercial. All of a sudden, Pepsi is all over. Galarragas, Osweiler Whiskey,
Brady Gravy,
and Clear Pepsi.
This is a wicked.
It's writing itself, really.
You're welcome. Why do you think globally people listen to us, Mitch?
Yeah. You know who's going to start it? Russia's going to start this whole craze. It's going to be crazy now.
Look at boys, Crystal Clear Pepsi. I've heard them podcast.
Do you have any more for woulda, shoulda, couldas?
No, those are my big ones.
That's the big ones.
I like this topic, and I think we're probably going to have to revisit it in a different form. Mm-hmm. I'd also like the roster to post maybe some of theirs that we missed.
Sure.
It'd be nice to kind of...
We're giving them a lot of homework this week. They have to decide if Tiger makes the list and you want them to...
Well, look, if they're not going to buy coffees for us...
good point.
If they're not going to buy coffees, then do the homework.
It is.
Everyone wants to be a part of the show, but no one wants to help keep the show...
I can tell that the coffees haven't been bought for us when I'm showing up at the Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And they know me by name now.
Right.
They're like, hey, Mitch, no coffee again this week? I'm like, yeah, just the regular, please.
We had a good thing going.
We had a great thing going.
But you know what? We've been busy.
We went to the well too often, I think. I think that's what happened. We got greedy.
Everyone knows we have 8 friends. And we just
have them out.
Hey guys. You know what, Mitch? I think we need to start... Maybe it's because we're not asking enough.
You're right. Absolutely.
Maybe we need to start just putting it out there and asking people whether or not they would like to sponsor our show.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I think it's also... I'd like to see a little initiative, right? You know, you want to see somebody come up to you and say, "Hey, man, you know what? Here's $10 for some coffees for you." Well, now they're going to need more because with Caleb and Derrick here, we're gonna have to push it up.
I think I got a new bit.
What do you got?
I think we got something here.
You got something?
I think we could work with this. No, it's gonna be funny. Which one of you did that? No.
I was thinking the same thing.
Jeff's like, yeah, we know how Dimitri's bits go.
All right. Well, speaking of bits, everyone's favorite from last week. I got tons of calls. I got tons of emails, text messages about this one. It's Manga versus Malaka, and you wanted to kind of throw in something on this. Did you not?
I did, but because I was late, I couldn't do it.
I see.
Right, I couldn't do it. So,
well, let's refresh everyone.
Yeah,
what Manga versus Malaka
Yes,
is.
Absolutely. So, because we're going to be on Agape Greek Radio,
right,
which is coming very soon, they're just trying to coordinate the programming.
Sure.
Okay, talk to Stan. He's got it all figured out.
Absolutely.
He's almost there.
He's excited.
He's excited that we're excited.
I'm excited that he's excited.
Yeah. I thought you said I was okay, Spider.
Exactly. I thought you were over here now.
I'm over here now.
Yeah.
So anyways, we wanted to just put the little Greek spin.
Right.
This was a bit that Mitch came up with.
Right.
Obviously, no cricket noises. It's a good bit that works.
Yeah.
But a maga is someone who's a stud.
The man. Like Jeff.
Jeff's
the
a maga.
Jeff's the man.
You know?
He runs his shit.
Yeah, he's Mr. Alchemy.
Takes care of business.
Yeah, Jeff does his thing.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't have this many guitars and create beautiful sound if you're not a Manga.
That's right.
Don't do it.
I don't think we're going to get a discount, but go on.
No. And then there's Jeff Malaka. No, I'm just kidding. And then Malaka, which basically means, like we said, kind of a jerk off, which is almost a direct translation. Right. You had a good one last week. What did you say? It's almost like
it's like a wanker. It's the combination of a wanker or whatever the case may be. So to get it going, last week we did it, but I'm going to start it off. Phil Mickelson, Manga or Malaka?
Malaka.
Oh no, he's a Manga. How is he a Malaka?
He needs to be doing more.
You think he needs to do more?
Yeah, he needs to do more. He's like just clinging on for win something.
All right.
Win a little.
I'll give you another golfer, John Daly.
Malaka.
Oh, he's a Manga. How do you go? Why? Why is he a Malaka?
Not enough for me. Not enough for me.
Not enough for you?
Yeah, I
the guy tees off on a beer can.
Okay, hold on. We'll go back to it.
All right.
Dustin Johnson.
Oh, he's a full Manga.
Well, that's the benchmark. That's why I'm saying.
True, but his benchmark is quite high. Your father-in-law is Wayne Gretzky. Like, that's pretty crazy, man.
Okay, so now you brought it up earlier, and I want to put it on this one. Jamarcus Russell, Manga or Malaka?
You know what? Because he was first overall, he's a Malaka.
I love what he did, but he is a Malaka.
He is.
Absolutely.
If he was second or third, I'd be like, oh, yeah, full Manga.
Okay.
Take the money in a row.
I got another one for you.
Go ahead.
Now, in this scenario, if you're at a restaurant, you're ordering ginger ale.
Yeah.
You drink your first one.
Yeah.
Server shows up with the second one, doesn't even ask you. Great.
Yeah.
You drink the second one.
Right.
She shows up, or he shows up with a third one, still doesn't ask you, knowing that you didn't know if you wanted the third one.
Right.
Is that waitress or waiter a Manga or a Malaka?
Oh, that's good. I'm going to go with Manga. They're just taking initiative. They're trying to make a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a Manga move, contrary to whether I really wanted a third ginger ale or not.
I got to ask this question just because we're Canadian. Justin Bieber.
Oh, Manga, come on. Maybe the greatest Canadian Manga of all time.
I thought we were going to argue. He's a Manga. You're right.
That's amazing.
All right, here's another one for you. Baseball, Russell Wilson. Manga or Malaka? I don't know if you know this. He was traded from the Texas Rangers over to the Yankees.
No, I like that. Manga. I think,
Manga?
Yeah, he's a Manga.
I'm going to go with Manga as well.
Okay,
All right, O.J. Simpson. I don't know why I wrote that name down. I got to be honest. I found it and I was like, I got to roll on this one. Manga or Malaka?
I know this is so bad. But in a weird, twisted way, the guy's a Manga for me, man. Like, he's still relevant, and he shouldn't be.
I'll tell you why he's a Malaka with me. I'll tell you why. It's because
the homicide?
No, it's because he got away with it, and he still found ways to get himself in trouble. You got away with murder, allegedly, and you still get yourself in trouble.
That's a great,
how many times do you need to throw yourself into the guy ended up going to jail for beating up somebody who had his paraphernalia.
Did you hear the article that
he didn't go to jail for killing somebody for beating up somebody that was selling his stuff?
So I was reading this article a couple days ago. There was an interview done way back where he basically confessed to the murder. He was like, well, hypothetically, if I did it, and he just outlined this whole story.
Really?
Where he actually had these Freudian slips where he's like, and then I did this. Hypothetically, I would do this. But they never... There was something going on that they couldn't actually publish during that time, but now it's starting to surface. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, did we really need that? Okay, here's another scenario.
Sure, go ahead.
All true scenarios, by the way.
Of course.
You're standing in line to get a coffee.
Right.
You're wearing a tie.
Okay.
The people ahead of you that are ordering a coffee are talking to the person, the cashier, saying, oh my God, I would never be caught dead wearing a tie. Right in front of you. Manga or Malaka?
Oh, full Manga, right to your face. I liked it.
Yeah, see, I hated it, but I respect it. That's a Manga move.
That's a Manga move.
That means I'll say whatever I want.
That's right. You know what? In this corporate world, you got to be cutthroat, buddy.
Yeah, you got to be cutthroat. Yeah.
All right, here's one. Rebates. Manga or Malaka?
Malaka, because there's a string attached.
There's a string attached. It's not a real rebate.
Yeah.
And you got to put work in.
Yes, you do. It's a con. It's a real con.
It's exactly that. It's a con.
Okay. I got one for you.
Sure.
friends that say they listen to your podcast but don't.
Oh, full Malakas.
Big Malakas. What's wrong with you people? Come
Yeah.
on now.
That's not nice.
That's not even nice.
I got one for you. Controversial one. Trump.
You know what? Oh man, that guy's the biggest Maga Malaka alive.
He is. He's the combo Maga Malaka. That's right.
He is.
He's a hybrid Malaka Maga. Yeah, exactly.
He's in the he's a Maga Malaka. He's both.
Well played. I like how you stayed right on the fence on that one. I like that. Well played. I joined you though. Well, that's it. I do you have any more? What else you got?
No. That was basically it for me. I like where you went with this. Oh yeah, one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Oscars.
Ooh.
Maga or Malaka?
Nah, full Malaka, yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm a little tired of it. I got one last one because I heard it the other day and I kind of enjoyed the beat of it.
Okay.
But I hated myself for liking it. The Macarena.
Ooh. That's a Maga.
That's a Maga?
It's a classic.
It really was, eh? How did it catch on? It's kind of like the achy breaky heart thing, too, right?
I thought Jeff was going to be playing the Macarena.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been it. Sounded it. Well, there we have it. Another great episode. The Dos. Guys, I'll recap. Follow us on our channels at Real Locker Room Talk, at Mitch and Dimitri. Macromind Media's website they did for us, reallockerroomtalk.com. We want to wish our boy Alex. He's fighting this Friday. March the 9th, and he's going to kick the crap out of Lucy or whatever that guy is. I don't know.
Some bum.
Irrelevant bum. But let's cheer him on, and we're going to welcome him back.
Take him down, Torres.
Take him down, Torres.
Thanks for everything, guys. One last one. Guys or people that wear socks over their sandals.
Oh, Malaka.
I actually think they're Magas because they know they're Malaka and they're still doing it.
Yeah, because both our dads do it. Anyways, until then, we're going to hit the showers.
See you later, guys.